In an era shaped by artificial intelligence, digital governance, cybersecurity, and rapid technological evolution, the relationship between law and technology has never been more significant. This conference seeks to explore how law can remain relevant, responsible, and resilient in the age of technological transformation. A very good morning to everyone present here. I am Saiba pursuing LLM, and with me is my co-anchor Maria Suri pursuing BLLB honors from MANUU Law School. Together, we will be the host for today's Conference on Law and Technology, ICLT 2026. The Honorable Padma Shri Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan, the distinguished Chief Guest, Professor G.B. Reddy, the esteemed deans, heads, prestigious guests, benevolent teachers, and dear fellow students, we, from the core of our heart, welcome you all to this auspicious gathering on behalf of the entire MANUU Law School family. We feel privileged to extend a warm welcome to all present here for the International Conference on Law and Technology, ICLT 2026, where brilliant minds from across the globe have gathered to share knowledge, exchange ideas, and inspire progress in law and technology. Before we begin with our program, let us start by remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the recitation of His holy book, the Quran, which serves as a source of guidance, light, and mercy for all of humanity. As we listen to the beautiful verses of the Quran, let us open our hearts to its message and reflect on the wisdom that Almighty has granted us through His divine words. I now request Abdul Rahman, student of LLB second year, to come and recite the few verses from the Holy Quran, followed by its translation. May Almighty shower His blessings upon us and guide us on the right path.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين لله شهداء بالقسط ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة وأجر عظيم صدق الله العظيم ए ईमान वालो, अल्लाह के वास्ते इंसाफ की गवाही देने के लिए खड़े हो जाओ और किसी कौम की दुश्मनी के बास इंसाफ करो, बल्कि हरगिज न छोड़ो, इंसाफ करो कि यही बात तक़वे के ज़्यादा नज़दीक है। और अल्लाह से डरते रहो, बेशक अल्लाह इससे खबरदार है जो कुछ तुम करते हो। अल्लाह ने वादा किया है इन लोगों से जो ईमान लाए और जिन्होंने नेक काम किए कि इनके लिए बख्शिश और बड़ा अज्र है। O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm for Allah, witnesses in justice, and do not let the hatred of a people prevent you from being just. Be just. Allah is nearer to righteousness, and fear Allah. Indeed, Allah is acquainted with what you do. Allah has promised those who believe and do good forgiveness and a great reward. Thank you.
Thank you. The MANUU Tarana, which reflects the spirit, vision, and values of our university, has been beautifully penned by our Honorable Padma Shri Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan. To commence this prestigious gathering on a note of pride, unity, and tradition, may I request the IMC team to play the MANUU Tarana.
باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا، یہ باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا. آؤ سفر یہاں سے کرے آسمان کا، باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا. علم و کمال فضل و شعر و شعور تک پھیلی ہے دل نواز مہک دور دور تک. ملتا یہاں نصاب ہے سارے جہان کا، یہ باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا، یہ باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا. ہر نقش و رنگ و بو سے کرو اپنی گفتگو، آزاد درسگاہ کی ہے یہ بھی جستجو. سب فاصلہ مٹاتے چلو درمیان کا، باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا. غرب و جنوب سے ہو کے شرق و شمال سے آگے بڑھو خیال ملا دو خیال سے. چرچا ہو کائنات میں ہندوستان کا، باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا. فصل صدا بہار سے بستی بسی رہے، مل کر دعا کرو کہ یہ کھیتی ہری رہے. سایہ رہے سروں پہ کسی سائبان کا، آؤ سفر یہاں سے کرے آسمان کا، یہ باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا، یہ باب شہر علم ہے اردو زبان کا.
Thank you. It is now time to hear from a person who plays a pivotal role in shaping the vision and direction of our school, our esteemed Dean Sir. Professor Dr. Tabriz Ahmed is a distinguished academician and the founder, dean, and head of the department MANUU Law School. His leadership, commitment, and guidance have been instrumental in fostering an environment of excellence, growth, and innovation at MANUU Law School. Some of his positions include Senior Executive Director at Chandigarh University, Vice Chancellor of GT Goenka University, Pro Vice Chancellor of Galkotias University, Director and Dean of UPS Law School, Dehradun. Sir has been awarded with Outstanding Academician of the Higher Education during the 25th World Education Summit in Dubai in March 2023. Without further ado, it is my honor and privilege to invite Professor Dr. Tabriz Ahmed, the Dean of MANUU Law School, to come forward to give the welcome address. Please join me in welcoming Sir with a warm round of applause.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, great. Padma Shri, Professor Sayyid Hassan, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Chief guest of the day, Professor G.B. Reddy, Vice Chancellor and LU Kochi. Guest of honor of the day, Dr. Sai Sushanta, is well-known expert of cyber law. Convener ICLT 26, Dr. Rashmi K.S., Deans, Directors and Heads from the MANUU, and also the guests who came from all the world. Some are from the Telangana, some are from the all over the country. And also my dear participants, organizing team, and my fellow colleagues. Thank you all of you for finding time and also gracing the occasion. I welcome you all on the second ICLT 2026. It's a matter of great honor that we are able to continue the journey we started last year, because idea was that to start something in the area which has a lot of challenges, because everybody is struggling to resolve the issues raised by the technology. So we started the last year ICLT 1 and we try to explore this area, all dimensions. We are able to have 100 papers last year. Out of that, we shortlisted some papers sent for Springer Nature. We are happy to share 30 papers are published in the Springer Nature in the first slot of the ICLT. We'll try also this time. We got 108 papers from all the country. We got more, but we shortlisted 108. This is part of the proceeding we are going to release right now. Let me welcome our honorable guest for the day. Chief guest G.B. Reddy is a well-known figure in the country in the area of IPR, and very shortly he accepted our invitation. So thank you very much coming all the way from Cochin and being the part of this inaugural function. And also we want to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor Ainul Hassan. He is a well-known figure in Persian. We know a very great poet in the world. And last year he got the Padma Shri Award by Government of India for his contribution in the higher education. So thank you very much for finding time and gracing the occasion. This law school, the brainchild of the own Vice Chancellor, he has started the law school 2-3 years back, and then he has been full support. And we know that since 1998, a lot of VCs came and gone, but nobody has taken the strong challenge to start law school. And Sir has given full support, and it was vision for the Vice Chancellor, and we are very happy to share that. Very shortly, we are able to build a mark in the country. We have more than 200 students right now in law school, and also we are running 5 very important law programs, starting from PhD, MA Legal Studies, LLB 3-year, LLB 5-year, and also LLM program. So thank you very much, sir, for supporting the law school, and very shortly we are building. The law can play also the very pivotal role in building the economy, trade and commerce, and also law can be a very strong block for the development. Because law should go with the changing time, law should be also amended and modified, new law should be made, because law can be a very strong role. We know that how the established countries, they reform themselves by bringing very strong, very refined laws. We know how we can attract more FDI in the country. If our law is very good, we are very clear, then any person coming from the foreign country, investing money in the country, they'll be very happy to invest, because they know any challenge is there, they can wind up and go back. Same way, anybody got injustice, he will get justice from the law. So my point is that law is a very dynamic field and it requires a lot of research. That's why we are having this conference to invite the experts all over the country, some from the foreign country. We have 5 keynote speakers. They are well known in the country. One, we have the sitting here, Sai Sushanta. We welcome him in the program. He is well known figure. He spoke more than 1800 at the conference of cyber law. So we got him to come and speak here as a keynote speaker. There are 3 keynote speakers speaking, one from Italy, one from Dubai, one from Bangladesh. They also well known in the world in the area of cyber law, because this field is very, very new and everybody is not very well versed about this particular challenge. Even judges, lawyers, academicians, they feel a lot of challenge. So it requires a lot of conferences, programs, debates to find out solution of all these budding problems. We know that this era of robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, which is very fast changing various dimensions of our daily affairs and creating very complex global issues of cyber hygiene, legal regulations, and sustainability. So our conference is based on some of the emerging techno-legal issues. Your presence is not only an honor for us, and MANUU is also trying to provide opportunity to all the budding lawyers to get to know the various the kind of practices you cherish in your life. So the student will get a lot of chances to interact with you and listen from the horse's mouth and try to inculcate in their life. Hope your participation is very rewarding and you have made good friends. Please find time to go to our website and go to campus, explore the campus. We are very green campus for 200 acres. In fact, we will feel that the Gachibowli, it will be a very kind of a brick and mortar, but our campus is very green. Thank our Vice Chancellor. He has made a lot of effort to have the green campus, plus he made a lot of parks in the campus. Recently, we opened one park, the Sasville Park. The whole idea is that to provide a very good environment for learning. So events like this cannot happen without dedication, hard work. Our conference team was working from few months to make this grand success. Give a big hand to them for their hard work dedication. We will once again in the inaugural function of the ICLT 2026. It's given great pleasure. Thank you all of you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful welcome and for setting the vision and tone for this international conference. We now move to a moment of honor and recognition, the felicitation of our distinguished guests as a mark of respect, gratitude, and appreciation. We now take the opportunity to welcome our chief guest of the day, Professor Dr. G.B. Reddy, Honorable Vice Chancellor, National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Kochi. It is a privilege to welcome such a distinguished individual as our chief guest today. We would be glad to request our Honorable Padma Shri Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan, to welcome our chief guest by presenting a shawl, sapling, and a memento as a token of respect and gratitude. Thank you, sir. We are profusely elated to take the opportunity to welcome our esteemed Padma Shri Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan. May I request Professor Dr. Tabrez Ahmed, Dean MANUU Law School, to kindly felicitate the Honorable Vice Chancellor by presenting a shawl and sapling as a token of love and respect. Thank you, sir. We now take this opportunity to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Sai Shashank, a distinguished cyber law expert and techno-legal consultant. May I request Professor Dr. Tabrez Ahmed, Dean MANUU Law School, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor by presenting a shawl, sapling, and a memento as a token of gratitude and respect. Thank you, sir. Next, we are pleased to felicitate our Dean and Head MANUU Law School, Professor Dr. Tabrez Ahmed, whose leadership and guidance continue to inspire us. May I now request Honorable Padma Shri Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan, to kindly felicitate the Dean by presenting a shawl and a sampling. Thank you, sir. Lastly, we are delighted to felicitate the Organizing Secretary of ICLT 2026, Dr. Rashmi, Assistant Professor, MANUU Law School, for her dedicated efforts and commitment in organizing this conference. May I request Dr. Tabrez Ahmed, Dean, MANUU Law School, to kindly felicitate Dr. Rashmi with a sapling. Thank you, sir. Once again, we extend a heartfelt welcome to all our distinguished guests and dignitaries. We are truly honored by your gracious presence. We now move to another important milestone of the conference, the unveiling of the Conference Proceedings 2026, which represents the collective scholarly contributions and academic excellence of researchers from across the globe. May I request our dignitaries on the dais to kindly join us for the official unveiling of the Conference Proceedings ICLT 2026. Thank you, respected dignitaries. Today, we have an incredible lineup of personalities who bring years of expertise and invaluable insights. To begin with, we have Dr. Sai Sushant, a distinguished expert in cybersecurity laws who has made significant strides in the rapidly evolving landscape of this field. His expertise has been recognized with the prestigious India Talent Award 2025, awarded by the World Talent Network, highlighting his substantial contributions to cyber law and its practical applications. As a cyber law expert and techno-legal consultant, Dr. Sushant combines his academic knowledge with real-world experience, making him a sought-after figure in both legal and technological circles. Sir is widely admired for sharp intellect and exceptional oratory skills. He has addressed over 1,800 national and international conferences. His areas of expertise include artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, cyber forensics, cybercrime investigation analysis, digital evidence examination, cybercrime prosecution and defense, cybersecurity, incident response, cyber law compliance audits, and data protection frameworks. Through this technical depth and practical insight, he has built a strong reputation as a reliable and technically sound cyber law lawyer. His multifaceted approach to cybersecurity not only addresses legal frameworks, but also emphasizes the importance of proactive measures in safeguarding digital assets. Let's give a huge round of applause as we welcome Dr. Sai Sushant to address the gathering.
Good morning. I hear no sound. Good morning. Oh, that's great. At the outset, would like to thank Dr. Tabrez sir for this opportunity, and also Dr. Sriram sir, who was instrumental in connecting me with Dr. Tabrez sir. At the outset, would like to thank all of the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity to come and talk to you and address on these issues of law and technology. Well, before I get into my talk, I just want to thank the organizers once more, and I must really thank MANUU Law School for their thought leadership for organizing this program on law and technology, because this is a fascinating space, and I must really appreciate them for this kind of an opportunity. So I'd like to request all of you to give a huge round of applause to MANUU Law School for this wonderful opportunity. Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor G.V. Reddy Sir, Dr. Tabriz Sir, Rashmi Madam, and all my friends and the faculty of MANUU Law School. Today, technology has become center to our lives. If not, I think there's nobody here without a smartphone, right? There's nobody without a social media account. There's nobody in this room without WhatsApp. So I think these things have become our lifeline today. And just try to disconnect yourself from the internet or devices. Looks like you've removed the oxygen masks from a patient in the ICU. So it looks like that. So with internet making geography a history, I think it's a very fascinating space all around. And with a lot of technology, which is increasing on a daily basis, I think artificial intelligence, quantum computing, 3D printing, and blockchain, cryptocurrency, I think the list goes on and on. Technology is going to be very fascinating, but as lawyers, law students, it's equally important that we stay in compliance with the technology. So what I would just like to talk to you today from this, as a keynote is that, there are a lot of things happening across the globe today. And as lawyers, this is a very interesting domain because unlike the other laws, this is a technology dependent law. So the law is getting itself in sync with the technology. And globally, if you look at it, different strategies have been adopted across the globe. Look at China, it has a different approach altogether. It says anything that you do in the domain affecting my national sovereignty and integrity, that's going to be part of my cybersecurity, and I'll broadly bring you under my radar. If you look at Vietnam, Vietnam has a different approach altogether. Talking from a Vietnamese legal perspective, it says the entire internet is going to be my sovereign space. So Vietnam says anything that you do across the internet, which is coming under my jurisdiction, I'll have all the power to regulate and do any kind of activities. That's what Vietnam says. And you see, Korea has taken a different approach altogether, has come up with something on generative artificial intelligence. Then we have the European Union, which has also come up with the AI Act. And you take the United States, it's also tried to come up with a small legislation. We have the Cybersecurity Improvement Act that has come up. Then we also started to see different kinds of activities relating to IoT, Internet of Things, posing some kind of obligations upon the device manufacturers to protect cybersecurity. You look at the state of Illinois, which has become one of the first in the country, rather in the world, to come up with a legislation on artificial intelligence. We had the AI Video Conferencing Act, which regulates only a portion of video analysis done through artificial intelligence. And likewise, I think we also started to see different countries waking up and then coming up with different legislations. I think cyber sovereignty is something that has become the key pillar today, wherein countries are trying to go beyond the boundaries, trying to make their laws applicable to outer space, drones, and deep seabeds, Arctic and Antarctic regions. I think balkanization of the internet also has evolved as a major discipline, where country-specific internet has been the order of the day today. You look at it, Russia has come up with the RUNet project. Just imagine there's a global phenomenon, curtailing yourself, disconnecting yourself from the entire world and becoming a country-specific internet. We've seen the Web 3.0, which is also likely to pop up. We started seeing metaverse and other emerging technologies that are coming up. So all this is a very fascinating space. So all I wish to tell you is there are going to be legal challenges, there are going to be legal issues, there are going to be so much of deliberations around the legalities from a cyber law perspective, because there's going to be privacy, there's going to be data protection, there's going to be different kinds of issues pertaining to consumer protection law, protecting intellectual property rights and the like. I believe conferences like these will be able to bring about certain discussions, deliberations among various stakeholders, and will emerge to bring the key legal principles. So with this, I'd like to conclude. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. And once again, I'd like to congratulate MANUU Law School for their thought leadership and coming up with this conference on law technology. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging and thoughtful address. We appreciate your global expertise and scholarly depth you have shared with us. It is now my great honor to invite our chief guest, Professor Dr. G.B. Reddy, Honorable Vice Chancellor, National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Kochi. Professor G.B. Reddy is a lawyer turned academician and one of India's most respected legal academicians. He has mastered multiple fields of law with outstanding contribution to women in law, IPR, copyright law, practical advocacy of law, right to information, and judicial activism in India. He has also offered various courses on Swayam portal relating to human rights, international law, competition law, Indian judicial system, environmental laws, private international law, ADR, and legal theory and law relating to women. He has served as a Dean of Faculty of Law at Osmania University and as IPR Chair Professor under the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Government of India. He is also a recipient of Telangana State Best Teacher for his outstanding contribution to legal education. If I may take a moment to add a personal note, it is a privilege for me to anchor this session today as Professor G.B. Reddy has taught me during his tenure at Osmania University. He has laid the foundation of my legal education from understanding the basics of law to appreciating the depth of constitutional principles. With this, may I respectfully invite Professor Dr. G.B. Reddy to kindly share his insightful knowledge based on his vast experience.
Very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, Professor Syed Ainul Hassan, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Padma Shri Awardee, Professor Ishtiaq Ahmed, Registrar, Professor Dr. Tabrez Ahmed, Dean and Head, School of Law, MANUU, Dr. Sai Sushant, Cyber Law Expert, Dr. Rashmi K.S., Assistant Professor and Organizing Secretary of this international conference, all the learned faculty members, students, delegates, friends. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you this morning and to be part of this wonderful international conference's inaugural ceremony. One of the youngest law schools in the country is organizing one of the most significant events on a topic of contemporary relevance, and that is really appreciable. I must compliment the MANUU in particular, led by Padma Shri Professor Syed Ainul Hassan, and the efforts made by the team under the stewardship of Professor Tabrez Ahmed, Dean and Head. And another important aspect is that this is the second year in succession that the Department of Law or the School of Law is organizing on the same topic, but on different themes. So last year it was a stupendous success, as pointed out by Professor Tabrez Ahmed. And this year, selecting as many as 108 papers, I had an occasion to go through some of the titles, which are really interesting and futuristic as far as techno-legal jurisprudence is concerned. Itself is a great achievement. And this is probably the most important opportunity as well as challenge with regard to the knowledge revolution. Probably all of you are aware that 21st century is known as the century of knowledge revolution, preceded by the centuries of information revolution, industrial revolution, and political and scientific revolutions. The two pillars of this particular conference, law and technology, have something in common. Both of them are dynamic. It's not only the technology which is dynamic, law also is dynamic, as pointed out by Dr. Sai Sushant. and law must change in accordance with the changing times and needs of the society. But when you compare the speed of the change, you will find that technology changes faster. And law tries to catch up with technology, but law can't be in a hurry. It can't be changed in a hurry because it's going to impact the technology and its exploitation also. Therefore, keeping track of the progress of both becomes quite essential. And today, the technology has become, as we say in Sanskrit, sarvantaryami, omnipresent. There is no area which is not touched by technology. And technology is not only omnipresent, but omnipotent also. So we can sit here and switch on and switch off our geyser back home by a voice command or by using our smartphone or whatever. Or a farmer can switch on and switch off his motor, water pump, because that was one of the important inventions made. Otherwise, the farmers were dying with snake bites when they were going there early morning. It is omnipresent. It is omnipotent. Of course, there are limitations as far as omnipotence of technology is concerned. Then it is omniscient. It encompasses, it touches upon every dimension of knowledge. There is no area which is not impacted by technology. And if you look at the evolution of technology, everyone knows we have to start from the Stone Age. Then probably, we have to come to the present 21st century, where everything is driven by artificial intelligence. Now we are talking about quantum technology and cryptocurrency, cyber forensics, so on and so forth. This is one important, I think, landmark development which we have made. At the same time, I take this opportunity to remind the young students, more particularly, who are present over here, is that technology doesn't make human beings less human. If it is going to reduce the human intelligence or the significance of human existence or human efforts, then we have to think about the concept of sustainable use of technology. Technology must be our tool. It must come to the aid of human beings. We don't expect technology to come to the rescue of a young student who is asked to say, what is 2 into 2? Then if the student is looking at calculator or smartphone or computer just to find out what is the multiplier, what is the result of multiplication of 2 and 2, I don't think that is the proper use of technology. Technology must be used wherever it is necessary. Sustained and sustainable use of technology, because we can't rush and run along with the technology every time, but we can't disregard the technological progress and its importance also. In 21st century, we are not talking about citizens anymore. We are talking about netizens. We are all netizens. The first thing in the morning everybody does is to open the smartphone and to look for the WhatsApp messages and all. And nobody remembers the creator. Nobody talks about or thinks about the parents and something else. If not the WhatsApp, we look at Whoop or some kind of, the health medical band in order to find out the sleep levels, the stress level, so on and so forth. So much dependence on technology for the things which are useful and not useful. This is one important aspect. So the organizers have chosen, I think, as many as 9 different themes and touching upon almost every aspect, including the impact on legal profession, impact on the justice delivery system, and the working of alternative dispute resolution, and many more. Dr. Sai Sushant referred to Dr. Sriram Birdavolu, if I am not mistaken. And I had an occasion to meet him on more than one occasion. He coined a word called data valence. Like surveillance, you have data valence. And data valence is a reality today. If myself and Professor Tabrez are talking about a particular aspect, and after we, in fact, depart from this place, after half an hour, when we look at our smartphone, there will be entries relating to that same topic. You must have witnessed. Why? Somebody is hearing. Somebody is witnessing. Maybe your smartphone is on, right? And then you can check and verify, ascertain. We are living in the age of data valence. We are living in the age of social media. And technology can be, in fact, having advantages and number of disadvantages, and vice versa. Right now, I am living in Kerala in connection with my official position. Recently, there was a big controversy where one lady passenger traveling in a private bus, she shot another man traveling, and she thought that he was inappropriately touching somebody, including herself. Shot the video, posted on the social networking website. Within 2 days, he committed suicide. Now everyone says that, including his parents, his employer, his friends, and even the video is not conclusive, that the person may be innocent. She was on the run. She was arrested, now being prosecuted. Social media can be used for better things and not so better things also. In Imran Pratap Gadi's case and other cases, the Supreme Court had an occasion to remind the government to come out with social media regulation. There may be a technological regulation. You can talk about the technology protection measures as we talk about TPMs in the context of copyright protection and others. But we also need legal measures. That's where the law should expedite. It should gallop. It should meet the challenges of the crisp and necessary legislation, timely legislation. Technology, dear students, may be disruptive also. Most of the technologies today are disruptive technologies. Let's not forget, our life may have become more comfortable, no doubt about it. And we may not live without technology. But if you look at the human rights jurisprudence, you will find that not only the right to work is considered to be a human right, right not to work also is being considered. Right to be off internet. Right to internet is a human right, fundamental right. Supreme Court said. Justice N.V. Ramana's judgment is there in Anuradha Basin's case. But today people are talking about right to no internet. I'll give a small example. The former Chief Justice of Kerala, Justice Nitin Jamdar, he is our Chancellor, so he referred to the concept known as analog corner to be established in our library. Library is very huge. Everywhere you come across electronic gadgets connected to internet. But he wanted a place where the students would come and read the books. And if there is no power, there will be some emergency light kind of thing. If somebody is finding it difficult to read without specs may be provided. If somebody wants to type, let there be Godrej or Remington kind of typewriter. Don't think that we are going back. We indeed created such a corner. Many of the students said, sir, what is it? We are not forward looking. Then I said, you see, you should not forget your own roots. And then Indian Express published an article, a full-page article about the advantages of reading from the books, reading from the paper. Recently, you must have seen, hardly about one week, 10 days back. And I enlarged it and placed it outside, saying that your memory is 20% stronger if you are reading from a book. If you are reading from a screen, I think it's like a buffer memory. I may be corrected. I'm not undermining the importance of technology. I don't think it will be imprinted here permanently. If you read Anson's Law of Contract, for the law students I am trying to mention, if you are reading H.M. Sirvai's book on constitutional law, if you are reading something written by A.G. Noorani or Dr. Ambedkar, if you read from a book, if you read from a printed source, just look at the impact it makes. I'm not saying that you should not be a netizen, but you must make use of it. So be that as it may, that is the reality of life, which I wanted to just refresh your memory about. And in order to keep up with the technology, number of developments are taking place. And we have the General Data Protection Regulation of EU. We have the AI Act, the first AI Act which came up anywhere in the world from Europe. Then we have number of legislations relating to cyber security, digital copyright, and many more in US and other countries. We also have Electronic Information Act, which was made somewhere in United States as well as United Kingdom. Efforts are being made. In India, DPDP Act is one of the examples. The Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which has been recently notified. And look at some of the provisions. They're talking about right of erasure, right to be forgotten. In the AI Act, you will find it. In GDPR, you will find it. In DPDP Act also, you will find it. But you don't find it in BNSS 2023. For 5 years, you have to maintain the data of a person who was convicted for so-and-so offense. If you analyze the latest provisions, you will find out. So there is a contradiction at times, which we have to balance. And please remember that technology is a useful servant, but a dangerous master. Not my statement, a statement attributed to Christian Los Lange. Technology is a useful servant, but a dangerous master. You must rein it. And one of the ways of reining it will be through legislation, through the law. Because technology is for our use. We are masters of technology. Technology is not our master. That point may be kept in mind. Second thing is, when we are talking about the open source software, the copyleft movement, etc., we come across certain respectable names. Those who are familiar with intellectual property rights, they know Lawrence Lessig, right? He says, law is the operating system of society and everything is just application. If that is the case, technology also is an application of law. That point also may be kept in mind. And here comes another important statement which says that technology without law is chaos. And law without technology is stagnation. Sums up beautifully. Technology without law is chaos. It leads to a chaotic situation. And law without technology is stagnation. So law can never afford to be stagnated. It must change. As I said in the beginning, it must be dynamic. And again, another point. Just I'll take 1 or 2 minutes more. Artificial intelligence. Everyone is talking about the importance of artificial intelligence. And without artificial intelligence, nothing happens. True. But it has its own application, own advantages and disadvantages. 1 year back, Income Tax Appellate Tribunal at Chennai had to withdraw one of its orders. You know why? The order was given by the tribunal based on the citations given by a senior advocate. Later on, it turned out that there were no such citations, no such rulings. Then the senior advocate was issued a notice and he put the blame on the junior advocates as usual. And ultimately, it was withdrawn. Same thing happened in New York bar long time back. Same thing is getting repeated. We are talking about AI hallucinations. The concept known as AI hallucinations. We must be very off because we are training the AI or any of these GPT chatbots and all with the available data. But sometimes if the proper training is not given, the real problem comes up. And modern challenges are many. The themes and the papers which are going to be submitted, they are touching upon many of these advantages and disadvantages and the need to balance and calibrate the policy decisions as well as the, in fact, administrative strategies and the changes we have to make not only in the legal landscape but also in our lifestyle. Issues like right to privacy, data surveillance, right to ethical decisions, reasoned decisions, and need to regulate social media. Already there is a movement on. Young students may be angry with me if I say that no, those who are below 16 years should not be given membership of social media. But some of the countries are doing it. Like internet balkanization, this is also one step in that direction. And it is only postponed, not denied. Then similarly, we are talking about sustainable use of technology and other related aspects. I will close with the reminder about a very famous quotation of Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., the father of American realism. And he made a statement which holds good even today, almost after 1 year, 100 years of its making. And in his classic work called Common Law, he says, the life of the law has not been logic, but it has been experience. In the context of technology also, the life of the law, the evolution of the law should not be logical, but based on the experiences. And this must evolve through the human experience, the social needs, and practical realities. So I sincerely hope that the one-day seminar will provide, or is already providing, a wonderful opportunity to all the budding and young scholars and researchers to present their views, which are certainly scholarly, futuristic. And I compliment the Law School of MANUU once again and congratulate Professor Tabriz Ahmed, Dr. Rashmi, and her enterprising team of teachers and students. And I wish the seminar a great success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and enlightening words. Your reflections drawn from decades of academic excellence have offered us valuable guidance and deep perspective. We are truly grateful for your wisdom and the vision you have shared with us today. Today, as we celebrate knowledge, progress, and innovation, we are privileged to have among us a visionary leader who has been instrumental in shaping the academic landscape of Maulana Azad National Urdu University, as well as contributed significantly in laying the foundation of MANUU Law School, our esteemed Padma Shri Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hasan. Professor Syed Ainul Hasan, a distinguished scholar of Persian and Central Asian Studies prior to MANUU, was a professor and chairperson of the Persian and Central Asian Studies Department at Jawaharlal Nehru University. He has also served as Dean of the School of Language, Literature and Culture Studies. His remarkable achievements have earned him prestigious recognition. With great respect and admiration, it is my honor to invite Padma Shri Professor Syed Ainul Hasan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, to deliver the presidential address. Please give a warm round of applause.
In the name of the one who bestowed life and wisdom upon us, dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest, Professor G.B. Reddy, Dr. Sai Sushant, Professor Tabriz Ahmed, Dean, Dr. Rashmi, faculty, host of dignitaries of the dais, participants, girls and boys. MANUU Law School, I'm delighted to see such a good gathering here. And of course, the kind of booklet and your participation in research program, your contribution, academic contribution is, of course, distinct. It will take time, and often realization comes very late. So hopefully this school will grow further. And today we have some 200 plus students. Very soon, over a period of say 5 years, this number will go up to some 650 and 700 students. Now, this will be a remarkable achievement by MANUU Law School. Now, what is happening here? This law school, the idea behind this entire journey is to cater to the demand of time, because after Parliament introduces a bill allowing law studies in vernacular languages, we were the first to grab this opportunity. And that's how, don't forget that this is a national university, a national Urdu university. So we have to combine Urdu and English both. Large number of Professor Faizan Mustafa, who was instrumental behind legal studies and then the law school, is not here today. I don't know whether he's out of a station or somewhere, but otherwise, he was of the opinion that a large number of documents are lying untouched. They are not touched. And most of them in Urdu language, in Hyderabad only. So therefore, this machine-aided talk, and then today digitization and somewhat high-tech era of science and technology and artificial intelligence, we should not forget that modernity in itself is incomplete without tradition. Why can't we combine tradition with modernity? Nobody is stopping you to make progress and be shoulder to shoulder with global need. But we being Indians, we carry forward our tradition also. So why can't we should not give up our own, treasure trove, which is in our heart and mind. We should make use of it. And I tell you, you must come out, express yourself. Don't hesitate. When you will speak truth, you will create your own world. Don't follow others. Let other people follow you. This should be the very spirit of MANUU Law School. And I'm sure you are capable enough to prove your self-worth. And it's such a good faculty around. Lot of support from administration and other schools also. Social sciences, School of Social Sciences, School of Language, literature, language linguistics and Indology, and our science schools also, information technology. Combine them together by putting your heads together instead of thinking in isolation. Now look, because this is a law school and therefore, you know what, nowadays what we see, MANUU, you see, is considered as a colorful university. On one hand, you know, our paramedics with their white aprons. On the other hand, this black coat. So we can say on one side of the road, white apron, on the other side, black coat, and then there is a left, right, left, right, left, right. Don't fall prey to either left or right. Be straight. So that's how you see our appeal to you, and be honest. You know what is happening? The crux of the matter is that one practicing law graduate in a house is something for the satisfaction of the entire family. But think, you are, again I remind you, you are not behaving like other countries, other, across the seas you can see what is happening there. The kind of dictatorial attitude, the kind of, sanctions and then litigations and then threatening, and all these things are happening. You see, you should not create such an environment in your household life, where you should say that, okay, because I am a law graduate and I have approached to the court of law, and therefore I am empowered and I could do anything to others. This is something like, keeping AK-47 in a house. Don't behave like AK-47. I don't say AK-47 in a very, very sophisticated manner, I am telling you. But otherwise, you see, there is another word we can coin, you see, which is, I don't say, but you see, remember, I am man of literature, so always, you see, it happens, you see, I create something, and that creation is part of don't behave like a bulldog. So what I suggest that is spend your time, devote yourself to the right cause. Don't keep distance from this world, you see, which is looking at you. You should be a margdarshak rather than just a follower of those having their own whimsical fancies. Don't fall prey to that. Make use of your intellect. As I said, in the beginning, God has given you life and wisdom both. Combined, when only heart speaks, then what is the application of mind? If only mind speaks, what's the role of your heart? So heart and mind, combine these two together. Show yourself as a very, very refined student and refined scholar, refined professional. That's how you can lead a caravan. Otherwise, even after acquiring a big degree, you see, nobody would prefer to come closer to your persona. This is how, you see, we realize we are living in a society where, at times we think only about ourselves. We become self-centered. But this is the time when we should think about others. Don't pronounce any judgment not very conducive for the health of this society. We should create a lovely society. As you are creating a very good environment within the boundaries of this university, take it outside. If someone is not behaving properly, if someone is doing injustice to you, then you should raise your voice. This is the time. Don't sit idle. You have to have something to say, something to speak. Don't hesitate. Express yourself. Your expressions are very important. And when you will give total power to one single hand, what happens? Let me tell you in poetry, Urdu is essential. Say at least our people should speak at least 2-3 minutes to see in Urdu language also. है ना? उर्दू नहीं बोलोगे तो क्या बोलोगे फिर? उर्दू जबान में आपको कन्वर्स करना चाहिए, उसमें बोलना चाहिए. क्या होता है इस दुनिया में? मैं आपको 3 कपलेट्स, आपको 3 शेर सुनाऊंगा और आप देखिए कि हो क्या रहा है, वो होना क्या चाहिए. हम सरे मैदान सुना देते हैं अपना फैसला. डोंट हेजिटेट, आई एम टेलिंग यू. सरे मैदान में सामने बोलिए. हम सुना देते हैं अपना फैसला, और हैं वो लोग जो करते हैं खुफिया फैसला. Reddy Sahab, I think you understand my poetry, I hope. And Sai, Dr. Sai, yes. Hyderabadi, wonderful. सुनिए इधर हैदराबादी. मेरा दावा मैं ही मुजरिम और हूं मैं ही गवाह. देखिए, दिस इज हैपनिंग. मेरा दावा मैं ही मुजरिम और हूं मैं ही गवाह. आप ही बतलाइए फिर होगा कैसा फैसला. इस फैसले को कभी भी कोई बर्दाश्त नहीं करता, बट हम बर्दाश्त कर रहे हैं. हमको खड़ा होना चाहिए इसके खिलाफ. ये जो हम इतने अच्छे बच्चे यहाँ बैठे हैं, कल को ये बहुत सारी किस्मतें लिखने वाले हैं, बहुत सारी तकदीरें लिखने वाले हैं. तो एक शेर और अपनी तकदीर के साथ जोड़ लेना, जो मैं लास्ट में कहने वाला हूं. आप ही बतलाइए मेरा दावा मैं ही मुजरिम और हूं मैं ही गवाह. आप ही बतलाइए फिर होगा कैसा फैसला. और काश ये काजी के दरवाजे पे लिख देता कोई. काश ये काजी के दरवाजे, काजी समझते हैं जस्टिस, काजी के दरवाजे पे लिख देता कोई, एक दिन होगा तेरे हर फैसले का फैसला. I hope with this spirit, Manu will lead a different caravan and distinct from other campuses. This campus is highly vibrant campus. Teachers, students, non-teaching staff, supporting staff, all of us are making efforts together. And I'm sure this congregation will realize that this congregation is also different from other congregations. Participate, take a decision, be viable, put your argument in a right direction, take the whole argument in the right direction and make it a solid power which can be followed by the entire globe. You become an example, set an example here, and then lead the life. Thank you very much.
शुक्रिया सर, आपके कीमती अल्फाज हम सबके लिए बेहद रहनुमा और मुतासर करने वाले हैं. Thank you, sir, for your visionary guidance. To formally conclude the inaugural session, I invite Dr. Rashmi, Organizing Secretary, ICLT 2026, Assistant Professor, MANUU Law School, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sahiba. Very good morning, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, professors, participants, and dear students. Your presence and the contributions have made this conference truly exceptional. International Conference on Law and Technology, that is ICLT 2026. This is the second international conference of MANUU Law School, which is providing a forum for discussion of the well-researched papers among faculty members, judicial officers, advocates, professors, professionals, academicians, research scholars, global leaders, and many more people. And I have the distinct pleasure to give my vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee for this wonderful international conference. It has been an insightful and the inspiring gathering, and it is our duty to express gratitude to those who contributed to its success. I would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to our most valued invited guest, chief guest, Professor G.B. Reddy, Honorable Vice Chancellor of National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Kochi. It is indeed a lifetime opportunity to hear from a legal luminary, and it is an honor to have Professor G.B. Reddy sir's gracious presence in this conference. I would like to thank our esteemed guest of honor and the today's keynote speaker, Dr. Sai Sushant Samudrala, cyber law expert and the techno-legal consultant, for his gracious presence. I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Syed Ainul Hasan sir, being one of the best leader, guided by the strategic vision, constantly working on the global expansion and holistic approach to the education. Sir's passion and the dedication for the education has been key to our success. And his progressive approach indeed taken the Maulana Azad National Urdu University to the heights of success in the recognition and the knowledge distribution. Thank you, sir, for your constant support. I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Professor Tabriz Ahmad, Dean and HOD MANUU Law School, for his continuous support in curating this academic platform. Sir's dedication in promoting academic rigor and the fostering interdisciplinary collaboration has been crucial in shaping this international conference and ensuring a rich exchange of ideas and the meaningful contributions from diverse fields. Thank you, sir. I'd like to thank our invited global keynote speakers as well on the online keynote speakers, Mr. Nadir Ghazal, Professor Farhana Mehtab, Mr. Alfredo Ranchi, Dr. Pawan Dugal, Advocate Supreme Court of India Chairman and International Commission in the Cyber Security Law. And this is the most important thing, that is our sincere gratitude goes to our students organizing committee for their tireless efforts behind this conference. Their attention to detail, commitment to have made this event a seamless experience and a wonderful success. And I would like to thank all the chairs, co-chairs of the technical sessions for your contribution in success of this conference. And we would also like to thank all the presenters and the participants who traveled from near and far to share this research, their research and the insights with us. This conference has been a remarkable journey of learning, sharing, and the collaboration. Once again, thank you all for your contributions. We look forward to future opportunities to come together in the spirit of knowledge and the progress. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. To evoke the feelings of patriotism and remind you of nation's glory and beauty, I request everyone to stand up in respect of our national anthem. Let's raise our voices in unison and sing our national anthem. May I now request the IMC team to play the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे